Hey guys, Jen here from Craft Penguin Planner. Welcome to my channel. Today we are planning the week of March 23rd through the 29th in my Classic Happy Planner, and we're going to use this kit from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I'll explain why in a minute, but this is the It's Okay to Not Be Okay mini kit. So we have these boxes, your date covers, washi, more functionals, and like your glitter headers and more functionals. So we're going to use that. I do also have the Molly stickers. These I probably won't use right now, but if I need some of these throughout the week, I will use them. So I may actually use one of these, but we'll see. So let's get into it. So recently, like end of last week, mainly, I had to handle some stuff with my brother that I didn't particularly want to. Things kind of got heated with some stuff recently, and so when it comes to that whole situation, I'm not okay. I'm that this kind of sums it up: emotionally fragile, you know. So yeah, that's where we're at. So since this happened towards the tail end of last week, and let's see, 23rd, and of course, you know, my planner was already filled out for the week. It wasn't like, okay, I say filled out loosely, it was laid out, filled out. Yeah, it's still not. I have been laying the kits down in this planner, and then I haven't really been doing much. I digress. I either need to get better about it or whatever, but I did say when I bought this planner for this year that it may not get used fully. It may just be to give me something else to film or whatever, and that is semi playing out. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. If I actually decide to use it more and fill it in, then great. If I don't, well, it happens. So, what was I gonna say? Gosh, I hate when that happens. When I start something and then it kind of spirals and then it doesn't. I don't know. Oh yeah, I know. I was like, well, since it was the end of last week and the planner was already laid out, then it's gonna get used this week instead. I bought this kit, I want to say last year when I was dealing with a lot, and it just happened to be towards the tail end of dealing with a lot where I just ended up not using this kit then, but I decided that it was okay because there's always going to be a time. We all have those ups and downs in life and weeks that just we can't wait for them to be over with. And so there's definitely weeks that this sums up our lives. Running on empty, emotionally fragile, okay not to be okay, and easily overwhelmed. Absolutely 100%. So I'll probably put that one on the sidebar. And then the rest. This I will probably use more on the weekend time frame because by the end of the week I'm tired because I've worked running deliveries, and then we'll see how this goes. But I saw that there are 4 sets of glitter headers. So we'll go ahead and use 4 sets, I guess. At first I thought it was only these 3, and then I noticed that one. So, I feel like my face is ridiculously close to this mic when I try to lean down to, but yeah. So, I'm not talking about it. What did I just do? I started on Thursday. That was weird. Well, it's okay. What we can just do is start here and then it'll work. It'll work out. Because that will just end up being the 4th one. No big deal. So then it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fine. See? Yeah, so I ended up buying this last year and then now we're using it this week. Although so far this week I'm in pretty good spirits, but you know, there's no telling how I'm going to do. And, give me another day or 2 and things may fall out again. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel in a few days. So, we're just going with this for this week, and I think what I'm gonna do for the sidebar, because this one only has 2 habit trackers, but I can use this and kinda split it down the middle and use it for 2 things. So, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do over here. Maybe we'll mess with the sidebar now. I should probably put this glitter header back down somewhere. Where did it come from? I will use it. I just need a minute because these are EC size boxes and not Happy Planner size boxes, so we may have to do a little weird thing again, which is fine. All right, I did say we were going to use this one in the sidebar. Let's put it like right here. I'm just trying to line it up straight with. Did I actually get it on that line nice and straight? I hope. That would be nice. Maybe that's what I need to do, is just go by this line down here. Because then I know it's straight. If I can get it on that line. Close. There we go. All right. So, yeah. I should be able to maybe use one of these since I've got 4. I should be able to use one in the sidebar without a problem. All right. Now I don't have anything for down here. I didn't pull anything out either. I probably need to leave a space so I can write what it is I'm using it for, since I don't have something for that. Hold on. There's a I'm going to pull this back up. I know my poor stickers are going to not like me. There's a this week. So why not? Why not use some of these headers? I could have probably used this instead of that one. Instead of the glitter header, but whatever. Why not? It's not like I don't have space to fill. There we go. For a second there, I was thinking maybe I could use one of those in between to kind of write in, but then I'm like, that's too much space. I would need like a super skinny one, like the size of a header, but I don't have something like that. So that's fine. We will, Or do I use these first? That might work. Use these ones and then use the other one. And honestly, it really is helpful that these ones are just blank squares because I can easily write in my numbers. So I'm using them for things like, this is why I said I might use one of these. Like I can use this to be like, oh, for fatigue. And then we'll do back pain and then like hip and knee pain on there. I guess for now I can leave this like it is because I mean it's not hurt anything. Am I going to really use it? No, but it's fine. It's not hurt anything like that. If I find something that I want to put there, I can always put it in there later. And then these are designed to fit the short spaces. I don't know. Yeah, this washi will go up into the bottom box, but I personally don't care about that. It's not going to bother me, especially considering, oh, and that one kind of goes into the sidebar a little bit too. Whatever. It doesn't bother me mostly because, I mean, I'm using an EC size kit anyways. Let's see how this one's going to fit. That one will go pretty much all the way to the edge. So maybe we started at the edge. I'm using the EC size kit anyways, so it's nothing's going to line up straight on these lines regardless. So it's not messing anything up. It's looking really cute so far. I like it. All right. So we have, this sticker goes to waste for me. But I can stick that on another sheet and give it to somebody. Because I'm not a big reader. So we have these boxes. We have enough for every day on those, and we have enough for every day on these. So I'm going to try to do one of every day on each of these boxes, along with a full box. And then from there, things can kind of fill in as they may, I guess. Because I'll have a couple extra boxes, but I won't have enough for any one day. I think we're going to use this one for Monday. Actually, before I do that, let's go with, let's, oh, I'm going to have stickers all over my hands because I have this stuff I can put down too. I had to grab, these from my own shop because I pretty much ran out of the other. I have like 2 of the gray ones. I actually could still use those 2 gray ones, right? I could mix them in here. I have these 2 left. So I can put like one on each side of the planner maybe. We're going to stick those down here because I have enough stickers on my hands. So I think we're going to put this down here first. And then we will put the full box down. And we'll use one of these. All right, now I'll put this full box down. I'm only whiting this out because especially these are such pale colors that it's likely going to show that line through if I don't. All right, that's cute. And then we need one of these boxes, one of these boxes on this day. So, and then I also have headers to put in too. So maybe I'll put one up here and one kind of, I could put the glitter header here and then here. So which one is it going to be? Where's the other sheet? It's hiding from me. This one can go here. And then it would be, I don't know. I have to figure it out for that one. The only bad thing of using all four is it's not like, okay, all one color across. Then I have to kind of figure out which one goes where. So it's a green, blue, blue, blue. This one. All right. And then I guess let's put this green one here. And then whatever else we'll fill in as it goes. So we'll just go with that. All right. Then let's put this here. Then where's my full boxes? Everything's getting like buried under everything else. Let's go with emotionally fragile because, you know, I don't know. Today is Wednesday. I'm filming this on Wednesday. Was I emotionally fragile yesterday? No, but I think I need to alternate like the quotes, and I just feel like the easily overwhelmed and the running on empty are best suited later in the week. There's a reason for that, you know, DoorDash. So is that one. So it's green. It is green right here. All right. I also need, I guess we can use one of these grays. May as well just keep that at the bottom right here for now. What else colors do we got? I've got this color that actually matches very well with that. But unfortunately, there's only like one of that color on the sheet. And I mean, I have 2 sheets, so I have 2 of those, but that's literally all I got are those 2. And then green. Oh, it'd be at whatever's after this. So this one. This one would be the right header for this. It was just a really rough week last week overall. I know I'm not very talkative because I'm trying to figure this out, and unfortunately that's kind of, but last week was a rough week. I really didn't do a whole lot. I rested a lot because of migraines whole week. I literally only went out on Friday for like 3 hours maybe doing deliveries. And oh, I don't want it to be the same color as that one, so we could use this one. And actually, does this fit here, or do I need to move that header up? I think it actually fits. Perfect. So then I have this whole big space, which is fine, but I have one of each boxes. All right. And then here, I guess let's use one of the tissue ones. Or should I have put it up against that line, and then this won't be like one like header width down from each other, because it's kind of weird. Either way, it's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. I don't know. I'm just doing the things. But yeah, last week was really rough. I don't have a lot to say about it other than, I'm still semi dealing with migraines. They're not as prevalent as they were, but they are still kind of trying to hang on. And it really sucks. See, that kind of works like that. I think if I would have decided to use the box the way it is and just I could have paired the full box with this skinny box the whole way and it would work just fine. But I'm just now thinking of that and it's okay. I got this box for right there. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to tell you in terms of last week. It's just because it was a crummy week. I didn't do much other than try to take care of me the best I could. Like I said, I did go out Friday for a little while doing deliveries. It turned out to suck pretty bad. I mean, I did okay-ish delivery-wise that day, but I'm gonna need something else. Let's go with this one. I'm trying to think because I have like I put the gray here. I have this other gray. I have two grays here and I have that one. So we can use those four over here. But I still needed one other color. Or should I use this one here? Maybe that's what I should do and use the gray here. Kind of space out those extra colors with the grays in between. That'll work. All right, cool. I like that. As I keep sticking all these stickers on my hand and my hand is getting itchy. It stinks, but so I guess I could do the same here, but then I have a green header in the green. But, whatever. It works. It's my planner. I can do what I want to. That works. I like it. It's cute. All right. It makes me feel better with it just looking adorable. I guess I was gonna say I guess we could continue that way, but then I would not be able to put a box at the bottom. And I kind of want to put a box at the very bottom. So let's put a box at the bottom. I want to use this one, I think on Saturday. Maybe Thursday we can use the Easily Overwhelmed because then it kind of alternates days. So we have it on the sidebar Tuesday, then we could do Thursday and then Saturday with the quotes. I think I like that. All right. And we'll put this one at the very bottom. But I'm still going to need to look at this page so that way I can see. I just need it out of the way, but I need to be able to look at it so I can see what color header I need next. But After green. This one. And then for up here, it'll be whatever's after. So it'll be this one. Now I don't necessarily need it because I'll have these ones to tell me what to use next. Gosh, words. Yeah, my head is still trying to be difficult. Oh, I see some of that Tombow. I don't like that. No. I mean, I could switch it, which is weird because I did it the other way the whole time, but if it keeps me from seeing that Tombow, probably shouldn't have used it. Whatever. Let's see. Let's use this one. Is it weird to use like two blues? And I don't have, that's all I have is blues really. And one green and one that's like a little bit more different, but we'll use this one. I'm trying to use most of this sheet up. Dinners and important are really not going to get used on here, but I'll just transfer them because they will get used at some point, I guess. But these ones right here will get used for stuff. I'll just go ahead and put this down here now. Yeah, Friday I was out delivering. Ended up with a nasty migraine again. I don't like that there because it just it leaves way too much space. So at least I can use some space here for something like this. All right. Yeah, Friday I was out delivering. The migraine decided to come back in really strong and hard. So I kind of said nope and I came home. So I barely made any money. And then Saturday I stayed home because I needed the time. Let's just say I needed it after Friday, after everything that went down. And how all the things went down, and yeah. And then of course trying to recover with these migraines. So I stayed home Saturday altogether. Tried to I did some work at home and then tried to relax the rest of the day. Sunday I went to church, and then after church I tried going out doing some deliveries for a while. I did some deliveries. But it was really bad Sunday. Sundays are hit and miss to begin with. So it just really depends on the week. Well, this Sunday was not a good Sunday. So this one is stuck on here good, guys. I may have to actually cut this one. Oh, never mind. I might be able to get it. It was a matter of getting under where. Yeah, we got it. That's all that matters. I got it where I can actually use it. I think we're gonna use a green. But let's use this one. Oh wait. No, yep, okay. This one. We'll use this one. Or do I want to use that one? Let's break it up a little bit and use this. The offers were coming in terrible on Sunday. Do I need that? Okay, maybe a little bit. Yeah. They were coming in pretty bad. I mean, who in their right mind is going to go shopping and do 2 customers for $9? I mean, not me. Not me. 2 deliveries, including shopping, for $9. No, not this girl. This girl is not doing that. So I I don't know why I did that. It is what it is. We'll go like that. My head is trying to hurt more right now, and that's probably why it's not coming. Which color is that one? That one? So that means it's this one. So I decided to call it quits on Sunday. Okay. After only a couple hours, made like, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks maybe at the most. Wait, it's this one? Oh, that one. I need this down here, silly. So it's this one. Guess we can go straight across from here. It still gives me room for like another box or something there. I decided I was gonna call it quits and come home. Well, when it rains, it pours. Yeah. I start coming down the road, and out of nowhere, my car says, "Nope, you're not going home just yet." My car decided to, out of nowhere, start running really rough. Mind you, this was like less than 5 minutes after I decided I was calling it quits for the day with deliveries. Was it this one? So it decides it wants to start running rough. I ended up pulling over into Kroger's parking lot over to the side. When I say over to the side, I mean like about as far over as you can get, where nobody ever really parks unless you're an employee or, whatever. So I parked over there, and I was actually talking to Dave already. So we ended up calling our friend because, mind you, my brother and I are no longer on talking terms. I digress. And he's not going to be coming to my rescue. So we called our friend. I gave him, because the way my brother has things hooked up with the radio, I can actually pull the codes from my radio, which is kind of fun in a way. I mean, it's cool. I don't want to have to use it, but so I was able to take a picture of the codes and send it to my friend. And what they ended up doing, they had to clean up what they were doing, but they came up. He wanted me to see if I could drive it back to his house, but The main thing is it wasn't like the last time this happened, and I was close to a way where I could go side streets home. No. There was no way you were going side street on this one. You had to go the main road. And I just was not comfortable with that. So they drove up. My friend drove my car back to their house. I jumped in with you know, other friend, friend. It's a couple friend thing. I jumped in with her. Well, he drove my car back very slowly and carefully. And it had felt, and I told him this, it felt exactly like it did the last time this happened, which was a what the heck is it called? The cylinder thing. Either way, he looked it over by the time we got back because we had to stop and get gas. And guys, it was the same thing. So they were able to warranty exchange the part, and it was fixed pretty quick and easily, thankfully. Because I don't think I would have been happy with having to fork out more money. But yeah, it was a quick, easy fix. But I hung out and talked to them for a little while, and before finally coming home. Now I have these boxes, and these brush strokes. So I could either fill in, like, some of these small spaces would work really well with these brush strokes, or I could just wait and fill stuff in during the week. But I kind of like the idea of filling some of these smaller spaces now because I can. Where was another one over here? So yeah, it's just been a very crazy, and I just ripped it, you guys. It honestly doesn't even look like I ripped it. It's just the way it ripped. But I shouldn't have grabbed it by that little fragile piece. I was trying to move it down and center it a little bit more. I wonder if I can fix that. Because there's just this little tiny stroke of, I think that looks worse than it does without it. So we'll just get rid of that little piece because it ripped in the white area mostly. So it's fine. No one will ever know. Except you will, because you saw it happen. It is what it is. But anyways, I feel like last week's terrible week means this week deserves the cuteness to kind of go with the feels. Now I could always add some of those in, but I don't know. I feel like one would fit right here very well. And if anything, the green. I'm just kind of trying to fill some of these awkward spaces, I guess. Like these big open spaces, I can do just about anything with. But some of these smaller awkward spaces that I left there's still a lot I can do with it. I think we're going to leave it from there. But I have these 4 boxes I can add anywhere. These 2 brush strokes I can add anywhere. I got these. Money! Payday. Actually, if I wanted to, I could put that, like, yesterday because that's when money from the weekend comes in. But I made like $100 last week. What can I say? I didn't do a whole lot between the 2 days I actually went delivering. It was not much, and it's not like I had a ton of orders either. So, I don't really count. I count it, but I don't count it in the same way, if that makes sense, because that isn't a separate account than where things go for when I go delivering, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave this like it is. This is all that's left. We finished the other 2 sheets, that one and the other functional sheet that I already ditched. So, we're gonna leave it as is from here. If I feel like I need to add any of these kind of in here, I can. But I feel like the easily overwhelmed goes like the other day when on Sunday I was getting very easily overwhelmed because all the apps were coming in at the same time. And so I was very overstimulated by all the sounds at one time. And at the same time, they all equally stunk. They were terrible orders. So, that kind of situation. So I feel like that is a good one for the end part of the week because I usually work this half of the week. Today I'm not. I'm actually not going out for lunch shift. Otherwise, I would be out right now. It's noontime, guys. Believe it or not. But I'm filming this early, but that's because I'm spending time with my friend today. So her and I are gonna get some time to hang out. I don't know what time she's coming over, but when she does, my time is time with her. So that's my plans for today. Sorry I wasn't as talkative while I was trying to lay this out. It was trying to figure this out and I didn't have a whole lot to say. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go. And hopefully I'll be a lot more chatty come the end of the week. And I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, you know the deal. And we'll chat soon. Bye guys.